So, as our second case study, we've got Hilary Daly from Energizer Personal Care. Hilary is the Senior Brand Manager at Energizer Personal Care. She'll tell us about her work with the Schick brand, and she's working away. Please, come on up, Hilary. And you'll see the R-View ads run at the same time, making it even easier for you guys to plan and buy this medium. Please, it's your stage, it's your podium.
Great. So my name's Hilary Daly, and I work on Schick Hydro men's razors at Energizer Personal Care. So I'm going to share today how we leverage digital place-based, I have a hard time with that word, video in a campaign that we did at health clubs around the country. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the brand, because Schick Hydro is, you can go to the next, oh, do I have a clicker? So Schick Hydro is a relatively new brand. We launched it in 2010, and we're still growing awareness and trial. We are up against Gillette, and Gillette is 86% of the market for men's razors. So 86% of you guys in the room use Gillette. Please come on over to Schick Hydro. We are a very different brand than Gillette. So Gillette is much more about the idealized version of a guy. They sponsor all the major athletes, and it's a little bit unattainable. We are much more about being the real, approachable guy, and our key brand benefit is hydration. So we hydrate your skin throughout the shave, and that's something very different than what Gillette does and what Gillette offers you. And so we wanted to combine all of that to grow our awareness and trial for the brand. And our key is really driving trial. When guys use this product, they love it, and they'll continue to use it, and they'll buy us. So we needed to get trial out in the marketplace. So that's what we created with the Schick Hydro Challenge campaign last year. So what the campaign was, it was a pretty simple, try it, prefer it, and get your money, or if you don't prefer it to your current razor, get your money back. So that was the creative envelope we were using for the entire year. And this is just an example of the creative that we use. So we wrapped it around, some challenges are hard, try an easy one. Try a razor, if you don't prefer it, get your money back. So this is how we did, and we brought this around an entire 360 campaign. But what we wanted to also do was to bring it to a way that we could really engage guys. So we have a media budget, we are online, we have our national TV campaign that is just the long-standing, more product-focused campaign, but we're leveraging the Schick Hydro Challenge campaign through digital and many other ways. But what we also wanted to do was engage guys more. So how did we really surround them with the experience? We wanted to bring them the message, but we also wanted to surround them with the actual product sample and more messaging. So we brought it to health clubs. We worked with Zoom Media in order to do this. And a couple of the reasons why we did this, again, we were growing awareness and trial. We have our broad 360 marketing campaign outside. We wanted to complement it with a way where guys are engaged and we can really capture them. When you're sitting in the gym, you know what, you look at those screens. Obviously, Zoom has proved this. And you can't skip the commercials, which is great. And we really tried to get them everywhere we possibly could. So we could easily integrate the TV advertising, but then also all of our other assets. And we could customize the creative. You know, even just the creative envelope that we were using, some challenges are hard, some are easy. Going to the gym every morning, it's tough. Those circuits are tough. Try an easy something and try the product. So we created with Zoom, the Circuit Challenge. This was an 8-week program where it was media, experiential, and sampling. We engaged guys with our Circuit Challenge on the gym floor. Our TV ran with full sound across the Zoom Fitness video network. We had samples that were distributed at the front desk. It's really nice to try to reach guys at point of usage. A lot of guys shave at the gym in the morning. We had signage in the locker rooms, and we leveraged their social media assets as well. So I'm going to show you the commercial that we ran, and again, this was our commercial that really just talks about the benefits of the brand, and then I'll take you through some of the more specific creative that we developed for this program.
Hydration where you least expect it. Schick Hydro Sensitive. Water-activated gel hydrates your skin throughout each shave, and Skin Guards help reduce irritation. Our best shave for your skin. Schick Hydro Sensitive. Free your skin.
So that's the TV commercial that ran with full sound in all of the gyms. And then we had custom creative that we worked with Zoom to create, really calling out the Hydro Challenge more. So hopefully this works. So it doesn't have sound, as you can see, obviously, but it really brings that hydro messaging all around the gym. And then the circuit challenge specifically, we actually had signage on 5 different strength training machines because it was the hydro circuit. And it explained, it was a workout program set up by a fitness expert. It explained what it is. And again, ties really nicely into that creative of some challenges are hard. The Schick Hydro Circuit Challenge at the gym, hard. Try an easy one, try our product. And so then we were able to also hit them with banners and clings in the front desk in the strength training area. We could sample, we had counter cards. The front desk staff handed out the instruction sheet for the Hydro Challenge, outlining the circuit challenge, and then also the razor. We were in the locker room, which was a great point of usage when guys are thinking about shaving. So we did a lot. We tried to surround them. And so the question is, how did it all work? We are, like a lot of the companies, are new to this type of non-TV advertising. So we really wanted to set this up with a research plan in order to prove, is this going to be working and can we invest more in the future? So what we did is we did a test and control. We did intercept interviews outside of the gyms 7 weeks after the program ran. And for those who were given a sample, and in those gyms that actually had the program and those that didn't. We saw a huge lift in brand awareness, which is critical. Like I said in the beginning, the goals for this program are awareness and trial. So we saw a 48% lift in awareness from the controlled group to the test group. We also saw an increase in purchase intent. So it was an increase of 55%, which is great. But obviously intent is not actual purchase. So what we also asked was, did you actually make a purchase? You remember we had given them 7 weeks after the program. So did you make a purchase of Schick Hydro as a result of this? And what I was most excited about was that over half of the people sampled to had made the actual purchase and the people exposed to this campaign. I like the ones that intend to as well, but it's always better when they've actually purchased it. So this is just one example of how we've used digital place media in healthcare clubs with Zoom. We're excited about the program, we're excited about the results, and we're actually expanding the program for this year.
That was great, Hilary. I've got intent, and I'm going to purchase later, but I've got on purchase intent right now.
Try the product, I know you'll love it.
Absolutely, and I like the fact that it's easy. In fact, I've been hydrating myself with electrolyte-driven water here, so
there we go.
I'll hydrate myself
start with your
tomorrow
razor
morning.
in the morning.
Exactly, start there and then go to the razor. A lot of great creative content. I mean, you really surround the whole gym, the Zoom fitness area, not only on screen with video, but you've also, I noticed, had kind of displays, and the people were involved, and you were giving out samples. It was a total experience. Is that difficult, kind of once again, to get through your organization,
Yes.
where it's not like just give me 10 million rating points on CBS, NBC, and a few cable channels?
Yes. So I've been on the brand for a year. I came over from another part of Energizer, and when I came on the brand, it was basically only TV. And so
Only TV. And what year was that? 2 years ago?
That was
Wow.
a little over a year ago. So my goal in life for the last year and a half has been to try to shift that. Yeah. And one of the ways that you do it is obviously trying to show results and putting research and metrics in to the programs. And so that's where we tested many different things. We've moved a lot more money into to digital, to other areas. We were using even digital in a different way than we were before. And this is a great way where we can show that this results work. Guys are in such just autopilot when they buy their razor. They've been buying the same razor for years. It's really hard to break them up at the store. So you need to surround them in a program like this in order to really break through and get your message
It is amazing
across.
once you get on a male or a razor brand, it just keeps on going.
Yes.
What do you think? We spoke earlier this morning about how eyeballs shift and consumer patterns change, and then it just takes this kind of inertia until media spending and creative actually gets there. What's your sense on why that is so difficult?
I think everyone's used to what they know and what they've done.
Human nature.
It's human nature, but
Right.
and it's scary to try something different, particularly when a lot of these new outlets come out, you can't measure them.
Right.
And so you need to have the measurement there. People, you might get advertisers to take a little bit of a step, put a little bit in there, but then once you do that, how do you know to do more, right? Like you don't know if it's truly working, so you need to have measurable results, and I think several other people have actually mentioned that.
Well, and that's great, and that's what we're seeing here with yourself and Kirti earlier, real measurable results. The digital play space is working and working very well. I got time for one question from the audience?
Lyle Bunn. Two
Please.
quick questions, if I may, Barry. First of all, what was your decision not to use out-of-home at retail? And secondly, that was a good insight you offered about working with the the place-based network operator to create the best and most relevant creative. So what other suggestions would you make about blending your creative with the creative capability of the ad-based network operator?
So we didn't do retail because for a couple of reasons. One, so guys shop for their own razors, typically. And they're, like I mentioned, they're on autopilot. They kind of head to the shelf. Plus, we are a 9-share brand up against an 86-share brand. So if the retailers have any space at shelf, no matter, they really want to promote Gillette. So there's a kind of a combination there. But guys are really, they go to the shelf, they pick up their one that they have, and they walk away. They've got the blinders onto everything else. So it's hard to reach them in retail. They shop very differently than women do. So that's number one. In terms of working with Zoom or working and really trying to make the creative as contextually relevant to that site, I think it's incredibly important, because even, I wish we could have done actually a TV ad that was much more relevant and run that on the Zoom network. They did a great job of taking the assets that we have. We worked with them to kind of let them know our objectives, how we've tailored it in other campaigns, and they came with some good ideas of how we can bring it to a health club and make it relevant. But I think that's so important to do, whether it's in the elevator, just trying to get in the sense of, okay, what is that person thinking about in the elevator? What are they doing? Is it morning? How do you kind of address them in the morning, different than when they're leaving at night, and trying to make the messaging as relevant to them as possible, because I think that's how you break through.
That was great. Well done. A hand for Hilary, and we'll have our next case study. Thank you so much, Hilary. Well done.